I want to introduce you to a cool, amazing, resilient little girl. This is Anessa, and she's in the hospital, and she has a super great attitude. And we want to talk about resilience today and how to be resilient. And I want to tell you a little bit of a story about her. What you don't know is that in her head, she has 8 holes drilled in with electrodes in her head. And when we came to the hospital, she was excited to come to the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why were you excited to come to the hospital?
To hatch the eggs.
To hatch the eggs, right? So she loves Hatchimals, and she can open Hatchimals. So one of the things that's really interesting is we
Here's
have
the hatched ones.
Oh, there they are.
They're in this box.
That's okay. There we go.
I'll get the thing that didn't come with it out. So here they are.
Yep, super cool.
These are what they stand on, and there's some on the eggs.
Mm-hmm.
You should have some and see if you get the one that I was wanting.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I think is really cool about Anessa is her mental resilience. We had an experience yesterday, and she was in the hospital, and one of the nurses came in. And the nurse wanted her to move her feet as part of his checkup with her. And the cool thing is he said, I want you to move your feet around and kick your feet and show me how angry you are to be at the hospital. And do you remember what you said?
Not at all.
She says, I'm not angry at all. And he said, what? And what did you say?
I love the hospital.
Yeah. This is amazing. And I think this is an important principle of resilience. You see, Anessa has learned to self-cue. And what that means is she's choosing what to think about her experience. And because she's chosen to be happy and excited about being at the hospital, her experience at the hospital is very different. Not many little girls have the experience of having holes drilled in their head. And she has been such a positive, resilient person. And I think what is important to recognize here is that our focus creates our reality. And so she's been focused on some of the fun things that she gets to do at the hospital. And because she's focused on that, it's not been so hard, and she's got a really great attitude. So that self-cueing is really important. There's another thing that she wanted to be able to teach people about how to get through hard things. You see, she has an IV in her arm, and it's painful sometimes. And sometimes the nurses have to flush it to make sure it stays clean. And she, when the nurse came in, wanted to teach other patients about how to not have it hurt so much. Can you tell everyone what you do?
I take a deep breath in with my nose and a deep breath out with my mouth.
Yeah, and what does that do?
I keep doing that so when it goes in to your vein, it won't hurt.
Yeah. She's learned the principle of mindful breathing and to be able to work through pain and to be able to focus on something. And it's really super cool. And she wanted to teach other people about that to help them with their pain, which is another principle of resilience, is thinking of others and helping people. And the last principle that we want to talk about is our life is what we make it. When we choose to have a positive attitude, when we choose to have positive interactions in our life and relationships, that's what can happen. We make of our life what we choose. Is there anything else you want to teach people about how you are resilient?
Sometimes I wait. And sometimes I wait for night until they to hatch another egg and to put into this box.
Yeah.
And I want a really free one. already.
So that's really cool. You've chosen to find things to look forward to. And that helps you get through hard things too, huh? Good job. So if we can just remember, as we're focused on building resilience in our lives, that there are things that we can do, and little kids can do them and set the example sometimes for us. Hope that helps.